I'm Matthew Constant, Superintendent of the Owensboro Public Schools. As the Owensboro, Daviess County, and Owensboro Catholic School Districts prepared for the start of the 21-22 school year, the three of us superintendents came together to discuss our options. We want to present a consistent message to our community and a unified approach to having students back in school for in-person learning. Our conversations have included communication with the Green River District Health Department, our local city and county officials, Owensboro Health. We are also guided by the Centers for Disease Control, American Association of Pediatrics, and the Kentucky Department of Public Health.
Good morning. I'm David Kessler, Superintendent for the Diocese of Owensboro. All three of our districts have one primary goal: health and safety of all students and staff. It was our hope that we could return to a normal setting for our students and staff for the start of school. But as you know by now, the situation in our community has continued to evolve in relation to the COVID-19 virus. Since our original announcement a few weeks ago, the number of positive cases in our community has grown significantly and has now risen to levels we experienced at the height of the pandemic during our last school year.
And I'm Matt Robbins, Superintendent of Daviess County Public Schools. As a result of the changing landscape in our community, we have had to revise the plans we had previously announced. Effective immediately, all three of our school districts will require masks or face coverings for all individuals in our schools, buildings, and buses, regardless of vaccination status. Regretfully, we already have students who are undergoing quarantines based on exposures to a positive case and will have to miss the first few days of school. Positive cases and the resulting quarantines are on the rise throughout the community. These numbers have been and will continue to be reflected in our schools.
The primary reason for universal masking is to allow us to keep our students in school with the goal of in-person learning every day. This mitigation step will allow us to do that. A game changer to the quarantine guidance states that as long as individuals are masked and spaced at least 3 feet apart, quarantines are not required if they come in contact with a positive case unless they show symptoms. This is true regardless of vaccination status. Before this change and without masking, the potential for mass quarantines of classrooms would be a huge reality.
This is a dramatic change in the guidance from last year and will greatly reduce the number of individuals who will have to quarantine. This step not only will keep our students and staff in school, but will also take the burden off of families who are worried about having to take time off to be at home with students who are quarantined.
We believe universal masking will help ensure consistency as we all want to avoid the changing schedules that we endured last year. Although this new guidance on masking is just one mitigation strategy to help reduce the number of quarantines, we also encourage everyone to receive the vaccination as soon as you are eligible to do so. Vaccines are currently available for anyone age 12 or older. Vaccinated individuals do not need to quarantine unless they show symptoms.
We don't know the end game just yet or how long these requirements will be in place, but we will evaluate our status in early September with any revisions to be implemented following the Labor Day weekend. That decision will be based on current rates of positive cases in the Daviess County area and other guidance provided by local, state, and federal health agencies. In order to lift the universal masking requirement, the local data must be significantly improved.
These changes not only will help keep our students in school, but also protect children in our elementary grades who are unable to get the vaccine just yet. Once the vaccine is approved for these groups, we will encourage families to get it, and we will work on providing those opportunities to you.
We can't do this alone. No one wants to wear a mask every day. We ask our community to come together on behalf of all of our children to do your part in slowing the spread and keeping the infection rate down so we can get back to a school setting that is normal for everyone.
School districts aren't the only ones making these changes. In recent days, we've seen more and more of our local businesses and churches returning to their mitigation strategies and requiring masks for employees and patrons.
Again, We know this isn't what everyone wants. We all want to move forward. However, this is what your leaders of the Daviess County, Owensboro, and Owensboro Catholic School and the Diocese of Owensboro believe is best for students entrusted to our care, as well as our staff and families. This strategy has the full support of our local government and health officials.
We hope these restrictions are short-lived. Please check your district's website and social media pages for full reopening plans, and continue to monitor your email for district and school communications. We are excited to welcome students back in our buildings on August the 11th, and we continue to put our kids first.
And continue our tradition of excellence.
And prepare students to become responsible individuals as well as members of their family and community.